I'm Charlie Weber. I'm a theater major. I'm a junior, about to be a senior, and I have a lighting design concentration.
My name is Erica Manzano. I'm a junior in the theater program, and I have a costume design concentration, but I'm also doing scenic design.
I'm Meg McGuigan. I'm a senior with a theater, scenic, and costume design concentration.
I'm Sarah Dill, and I'm a senior in the design program.
I'm Savannah McCorno. I'm a senior in the theater department with an emphasis in lighting design.
My name's Nick. Graduating this summer with my theater degree with an emphasis in scenic design, and then I'm working on choral music.
Okay, so what this class has done is we've gone through, we've used a modeling program, and we've gone through a series of projects of, to some extent, increasing complexity. In some projects they modeled an existing famous design, and in other projects they created their own designs. And then we took those designs, which were objects that were printable at smaller scale, so for example chairs or industrial objects, and we printed them on the 3D printer, and we're in the process of doing that now.
You just make lines and they slowly become this object, and then you change that file to the file that can read, and then it'll just print it.
Well, it gives us a lot more opportunities than we would normally have for things that would be harder for us to model. So when we turn in a set design, we have to do like a 1/4" scale model or 1/2" scale model, and some of those things that are easier to make in real life would be a lot harder to model because of the small pieces, you know. But this gives us a really good way of getting something really specific to the kind of size that we want, and then how we want it to look, and it's a lot easier to change that than something that's already been physically made. If we need to make any changes, then we just have to change it within our program and print it again. And printing takes, for the most part, when you do it in little pieces, it takes about like 30 minutes or 40 to an hour. So compared to spending a whole day building like a set piece, this is a much faster process, especially if you have to figure out that you did something wrong.
For things that are more practical, like stairs and things like that, it helps you think through the construction of it. Not only how you can build it correctly, but it also doesn't limit you in terms of the real life materials of like using foam core or like really flexible wood to build the things in like a scale model like you were talking about. So instead of like me spending hours and hours building a simple staircase, it's really fairly tedious to build, but not too difficult in real life. I can put it in the machine and it does it for me, so I can focus more on the design aspects rather than like the little tedium of like minutia builds, which I appreciate because I don't love doing that.
Well, so it's like 2 for 1, because when you do a design, you have to make a little model so they can see it, and then you also have to give them a plan, kind of like blueprint, so that the shop can go and make it. And so now you're doing it all at once. So when I make my draft, I can just change that file and I can print it for my model, and then I already have my blueprint, so it saves a ton of time.
Well, it came to be because I knew this technology was out there, and I kind of realized that I think no one had really thought through the implications of this in our area, which is really specifically my area, set design, although we have all other kinds of design within the department. I think no one had really thought through the ramifications of this technology in our field, which is not just in terms of what it will do for these designs at this small scale, but eventually for full-size objects. And so I presented this, I actually wrote a paper about this, and I presented some of that work to my department, and I encouraged them to buy one, and so that we would be some of the first people doing this. So in fact, this is my first year at Western, and people were extremely receptive to this idea. So it's one of actually only a series of things we're doing to increase the kind of technology we use, not just for the sake of technology, but also targeting it in a way that actually will be useful for the careers of the future, which we don't exactly know what those careers are going to be yet. But people have been extremely receptive to it, and I think in some ways like this we're at the forefront. I don't think there's not another department I know about that's doing